Hey guys, I'm still Daniel Shaw and I'm still out here with Media Lodge at Media Day 2016. I'm here with Mark Gurney. He is the Director of Product Management for the Ruger American Pistol. And we're going to talk about this gun and go through some pieces of that gun and basically make this gun make sense to people. There's a lot of questions out there. A lot of folks reviewing this gun right now. Everybody's looking for information about it. I've got to spend a lot of time with the gun myself, so I'll have some feedback as well. Mark, start us off.
Well, I'm glad you shot it a lot. I'm glad you spent some time with it. You got your own opinion form. That can show you maybe how the gun is and why it is the way it is. So we have a no trigger pull takedown. Okay. And then in here is a stainless steel chassis that can come out pretty readily. The chassis is here, and this is the actual firearm. The serial number is there. So this is a machine piece of heat-treated stainless steel, and notice it isn't flimsy. It is one stout piece of material here. Big solid corners here. It's a long strand glass fiber frame. The long strand gives it extra strength, extra toughness. Requires at least a 1/16 inch wall thickness.
So this is pretty much the point of the gun that some reviews have had issue with is maybe refer to it as not quite so ergonomic.
Right.
And you did this because you needed to reinforce to make it stronger, or?
Yeah, so this is designed around the original Joint Combat Pistol specification, the Army modular handgun system. While it's not in the spec, you have to envision this being run over by a Humvee and surviving, come up fighting. So it is a very stout chassis, it is a very stout frame, but we wanted to keep the bore axis low, so you have to put it all together.
All right, so we could have added some padding and some cushion in here if somebody really needed padding and cushion for shooting a gun.
So, low bore axis, a lot of strength, sits up in your hand, and you can see with the proper grip, it seems to fit. Now my hand is perfect for the medium grip that comes with the gun. 9mm comes with 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. But the grip sizes don't just change the back strap, they change the back strap, the palm swell, and in particular the trigger reach. So what I tell people to do when they want to fit themselves to the gun is first get on the right trigger reach for themselves. And if they're unsure about that, then they can move to natural point of aim. And their comfort is third.
Yep. In my experience with the gun,
yep.
I actually found that I like the small pistol grip and the small back strap. Nice and high in there, skin bunched up, squeezing the gun tight, gripping it, and I have a very high aggressive grip. I did not experience any issues of this gun beating up my hand or anything whatsoever with it. That was putting 600 rounds down range. I witnessed another 1,400 or so rounds go down range through this gun over a 2-day period with probably 100 different individuals, and none of those had that issue whatsoever. Not saying that somebody's not going to run into it. That not every gun is for everybody.
Right.
It's not for everybody. This gun is designed to become the next military service pistol in the United States. Is that a big statement?
Absolutely. Designed on the MHS. And the data, the hand size data that we designed the gun around the 95th percentile man down to the 5th percentile female. And that's with changing out the grips. One of the worst things you can do is put the large grip with a small hand, because that puts the hand back too far. But from the 5th to the 95th percentile, we've got a pretty good size. Now we had roughly 60 different test shooters, ranging from the secretary out front to some professional shooters. And of a total of 4 noted some discomfort there. Of those 4, one said, yes, but a Glock makes my hand bleed, so this is better. One said, it doesn't make my hand hurt as much as other pistols. One said, well, it bumped it a little bit, but I didn't think it was worth reporting. I had to actually ask him about it. And then the 4th said, yeah, it bumped me a little bit, but it's not often that I shoot 500 rounds in 2 hours.
Right.
So I think we've got it. We've got a range of grip modules here that can accommodate a range of sizes. Now what I would ask people to do before they make up their mind reading something on the internet is go put the gun in their hand, try it out, and shoot it if they can. So make up their own mind.
Right. While we're on the grip, when I received mine, I mentioned this in my article or a little piece that I wrote. my grip came loose as I was shooting, and we talked about this earlier. A few other people have ran into the same issue, and it was installed incorrectly, or it wasn't installed the way it's supposed to be altogether. It came loose. This is not the same as this rubbing against the knuckle. The grip came loose and was moved down after shooting a few rounds because I didn't have the nut there, the screw, tightened all the way. Once I tightened it all the way, another 800 rounds after that with all the different shooters, there wasn't an issue with anybody else, did not occur again. What do you have to add to that?
Yeah, it's a quarter turn to loosen and tighten that grip, just 1/4 turn. So I think a few guns may have sneaked out with the grip installed, but the grip's not. But the lock wasn't installed, so it managed to slide its way down, and people got their hand caught in that gap up there. So we just want to make sure the grip is all the way up, all the way in, 1/4 turn tight, and it's not going to move on you. So that quarter turn is actually a nice cam lock, and it sucks that thing down and it hangs it on tight, so it's not going anywhere when it's properly installed.
Here's my favorite question for you. How did you manage to have the best trigger of any Ruger handgun happen with this gun?
No, we had the best
I'm going to be honest with you,
engineer.
I've never liked any triggers on any trigger handgun.
Sure.
100%. This is definitely, in my opinion, the best of all trigger handguns. And maybe it's because you're moved to the striker fire, but what did you do to make this different to just better than a lot of other striker fires out there?
Well, it's actually a two-part answer. Is the engineering is engineering. You can't change physics. So one part of it that the engineer worked on is the recoil reducing cam. So we approached how a barrel and slide unlock and cam down with physics, with understanding how the parts work, design to how the parts they work and how they work. Same thing with the striker system. So the striker system has to do a few things. One of them, it has to make the gun go off when it shoots and not go off when it's not supposed to shoot. So this thing has to survive our battery of drop tests, all sorts of torture testing. We want the gun to go bang when it's supposed to and not go when it's not supposed to. So internally, parts are balanced. So if you drop the gun this way versus drop the gun this way versus drop the gun this way, they don't have a pendulum effect on each other. So that allows you to engineer things a little bit more tightly and not have to overcome the inertia. For instance, if you drop the gun this way, the weight of the trigger wants to pull itself down to shoot. That's why there's a center trigger here, and both of those pieces are balanced.
One last thing, when I heard about this gun that was being released, the first worry that came to mind, something I just expected, maybe it was stereotypical or something, I was like, I hope they don't put a safety on it. Why did you not put an external safety on this gun?
Well, this is a pro model without an external safety lever.
Right.
Now, as a family of guns, that we will have models with safety levers.
It's an option for the guys who want that.
One way or another. So as people say, this is my safety. So if you're a professional shooter, a knowledgeable shooter, we trust you to make that decision for yourself and shoot a gun that has only internal safety.
This is the gun that you released first?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So we have a trigger blade safety there, and there's also internal safeties to make sure the gun does not go off unless you press the trigger.
Mark, what have we not covered that you want the people out there to understand about this gun?
This is the most advanced handgun we've ever made. There's a lot of small details in and of themselves maybe aren't earth-shattering, but you put them all together and this is a fine pistol. Really, I would urge people to try to get their hands on it and especially try to shoot it, come to their own conclusion. It's a crowded market out there. This is a golden age of pistols. We have one that we're absolutely proud of and can go head-to-head with you.
Guys, Mark Gurney, Director of Product Management for the Ruger American Pistol. I'm Daniel Shaw, out here with Media Lodge. Stand by for more information. Don't make your decision on this gun based on this interview or any others. Go shoot this gun.